I have 7 p.m.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. 7 p.m. Before I call the meeting to order, I will defer to the county attorney to discuss today's meeting format.
This meeting is a virtual meeting as authorized by executive order. Public is participating by a call-in line, which is muted.
Thank you, sir. I will call the meeting to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Michael Yurden.
Here.
Herbert Yurden.
Present.
Edward Gilson.
Here.
David Holst.
Here.
Roy Rehill.
Here.
John Martino.
I am here, Mr. Chairman.
Bradley Trudell.
Here.
Paul House.
Here.
James Weatherup.
I am here.
Mary Ellen Chesbro.
I am here, Mr. Chairman.
Linda Lockwood.
I'm here.
Richard Klein.
Present.
Patrick Twiss.
I am here, Mr. Chairman.
Stephen Walpole.
Here.
Nathan Emmons.
Here.
Thomas Drum.
Here.
Lori Mangano.
Here.
Robert Wilmot.
Here.
Marie Schad.
Here.
Tim Stahl. Tim Stahl.
I am
Pass.
here. I am
You're
here.
Tim
I'm
Stahl
here.
here. Terry Wilbur.
I am here.
James Krosick.
Here.
Morris Sorbello.
Here.
Mark Greco.
I'm here.
Ralph Stacy Jr.
I am here.
We have a quorum, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. At this point, I would like to ask for a moment of silence. Thank you. As many of you know, we've already lost some members of our community to COVID-19. Although we're saddened anytime we lose someone in our community, this pandemic has affected each and every one of our homes and our daily lives, and we stand together in these challenging times. I'll ask for a brief moment of silence to be followed by the invocation.
In this unprecedented time in our nation and our community, help us to see past our challenges, misfortunes, and our losses. Help us to see clarity and a deeper appreciation for what we've taken for granted in our daily lives. Grant us a renewed energy for a stronger, fuller, happier life, free from distractions and focused on what we can now see is most important to us in our own lives, the lives of our families, and throughout our community. Amen.
Thank you. If everyone will mute their microphones, I'll ask Marine Corps veteran Bradley Trudell to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Everyone had a chance to review the minutes from the March 12th regular meeting and the March 31st special meeting. Are there any corrections? Hearing none, minutes of both meetings stand approved. Introduction of visitors. There are none. Public speakers on resolutions of the day. Due to the format of the meeting, we will dispense with public comment. On to reports. Are there any reports from county officials? Thank you. There is a report from the health department. We have a slide.
Mr. Chairman, I don't know that we have a connection with a representative from the health department online.
All right. Well, we'll circle back if they come on. Any reports from standing committees? Any reports from special committees? Thank you. Moving on to resolutions of the day. Resolution GC1 by Legislator Holst.
Mr. Chairman, I offer this resolution, urge its adoption.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Will the clerk please read the heading?
Resolution authorizing the execution and delivery of deeds for property sold by the Oswego County Legislature, titles to which were acquired by the tax foreclosures for tax years 2020 and prior.
Legislator Holtz?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, this is an emergency request to deed back the property addressed at 1875 County Route 12, Central Square, New York. Tax map number is 275-00-02-21. So they can seek a title insurance for the sale that was approved a while ago by the interested parties. However, the title insurance company will not let the sale take place unless there is a legislative resolution. This is why we're doing this.
All right, thank you. Is there any discussion? Legislator Wilbur?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will ask for a roll call vote.
Thank you. Will the clerk call the roll?
Michael Yurden,
I vote yes.
Herbert Yurden,
I vote yes, Chairman.
Edward Gilson,
I vote yes.
David Holst,
You're muted, David. You're muted.
David Holst. Pass. Roy Rehal,
Mr. Chairman, I vote yes.
John Martino,
Mr. Chairman, I vote yes.
Bradley Trudell,
I vote yes.
Paul House,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
James Weatherup,
I vote yes.
Mary Ellen Chesbro,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Linda Lockwood,
I vote yes.
Richard Klein,
Yes.
Patrick Twist,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Stephen Walpole,
I vote yes.
Nathan Emmons,
I vote yes.
Thomas Drum,
I vote yes.
Lori Mangano,
I vote yes.
Robert Wilmot, Pass. Marie Schad,
I vote yes.
Tim Stahl,
I vote yes.
Terry Wilbur,
I vote yes.
James Karasik,
Yes.
Morris Sorbello,
I vote yes.
Mark Greco,
I vote yes.
Ralph Stacy Jr.
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Back to the passes. David Holst,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Robert Wilmot.
I vote yes.
Mr. Chairman, that's 25 in favor, none opposed.
Thank you. The resolution passes. Moving on to resolution PS1 by legislator Wilbur.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I offer this resolution and urge its adoption.
Do we have a second?
I second the motion.
Thank you, legislator Greco. Will the clerk please read the heading?
Resolution authorizing budgetary modifications, Sheriff's Office fiscal year 2019, Operation Stone Garden OPSG program.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a $200,000 grant that we will be accepting this year to help at being a border county.
Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I would ask for a roll call vote.
Thank you. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Michael Yurden,
I vote yes.
Herbert Yurden,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Edward Gilson,
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
David Holst,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Roy Rehal,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
John Martino,
Thank you. I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Bradley Trudell,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Paul House,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
James Weatherup,
I vote yes.
Mary Ellen Chesbro,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Linda Lockwood,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Richard Klein,
Yes.
Patrick Twist,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Stephen Walpole,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Nathan Emmons,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Thomas Drum,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Lori Mangano,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Robert Wilmot,
I vote yes.
Marie Schad,
I vote yes.
Tim Stahl,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I vote yes.
Terry Wilbur,
Thank you. I vote yes.
James Karosik,
I vote yes.
Morris Urbella,
I vote yes.
Mark Greco,
I vote yes.
Ralph Stacy Jr.,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
25 in favor, none opposed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. The resolution passes. Moving on to Resolution PS2 by Legislator Wilbur.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I offer this resolution and urge its adoption.
Do we have a second?
Mr. Chairman, this is Legislator Trudell. I second the motion.
All right, thank you. We have multiple seconds. Will the clerk please read the heading?
Resolution authorizing the execution of an intermunicipal agreement by and between the County of Oswego and the City of Oswego, Oswego Police Department, Motorola Solutions Incorporated.
Legislator Wilbur.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This resolution is an intermunicipal agreement for our Spillman software with the Oswego Police Department and the Oswego County Sheriff's Department. This will bring every police agency except for SUNY Oswego Police and New York State Police in our county onto the same reporting system.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, this is Legislator Trudell. I'd like to ask for a roll call vote.
Thank you, Legislator Trudell. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Michael Yurden,
I vote yes.
Herbert Yurden,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Edward Gilson,
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
David Holst,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Roy Rehel,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
John Martino,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Bradley Trudell,
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Paul House,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
James Weatherup,
I vote yes.
Mary Ellen Chesbro,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Linda Lockwood,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Richard Klein,
Yes.
Patrick Twist,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Stephen Walpole,
I vote yes.
Nathan Emmons,
I vote yes.
Thomas Drum,
I vote yes.
Lori Mangano,
I vote yes.
Robert Wilmot,
I vote yes.
Marie Schad,
I vote yes.
Tim Stahl,
I vote yes.
Terry Wilbur,
I vote yes.
James Karosik,
I vote yes.
Morris Urbella,
I vote yes.
Mark Greco,
I vote yes.
Ralph Stacy Jr.,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
25 in favor, none opposed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. The resolution passes. Moving on to Resolution HS1 by Legislator Rehel.
Mr. Chairman, I offer the following resolution and urge its adoption.
Do we have a second?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I second that motion.
All right. Thank you, Legislator Twist. Will the clerk please read the heading?
Resolution accepting grants funds from the New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation and authorizing easements.
Mr. Chairman, I wanted to take a moment to preface the discussion of this resolution with a statement for our members and the public. First of all, I want to acknowledge that presenting a resolution to accept grant monies for improvements at Camp Hollis may seem a bit tone deaf during the current COVID-19 pandemic, but the timing is not tone deaf, it's purely coincidental. This is the third year that we have applied for this grant, which means we've been working on this project for over 4 years. This resolution is required by the state for us to be eligible to accept the grant. and the state provided the language for the resolution. And I also want to make this very clear that this resolution does not obligate us to accept the grant or to spend any money. It simply sets us up to have the opportunity to accept the money if and when it seems appropriate to do so, based on where things stand after the COVID-19 pandemic is behind us. At such time when that does seem appropriate, the legislature will again have the chance to decide whether or not to create the capital project necessary to accept the money and to begin work. So if we do decide to accept the grant after successfully navigating the pandemic, this project may give us something positive to look forward to in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Legislator Rehill. Is there any discussion? Legislator House?
Yes, sir. I have nothing.
Mr. Chairman, if there's no discussion, I'd call for a roll call vote.
Thank you. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Michael Yurden,
I vote yes.
Herbert Yurden,
I vote yes, Mr.
Edward
Chairman.
Gilson. Edward Gilson,
I vote yes.
David Holst,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Roy Rehill,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
John Martino,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Bradley Trudell,
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Paul House,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
James Weatherup,
I vote yes.
Mary Ellen Chesbro,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Linda Lockwood,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Richard Klein,
Yes.
Patrick Twist,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Stephen Walpole,
I vote yes.
Nathan Emmons,
I vote yes.
Thomas Drum,
I vote yes.
Lori Mangano,
I vote yes.
Robert Wilmot,
I vote yes.
Marie Schott,
I vote yes.
Tim Stoll,
I vote yes.
Terry Wilbur,
I vote yes.
James Crossick,
I vote yes.
Morris Sorbello,
I vote yes.
Mark Greco,
I vote yes.
Ralph Stacy Jr.,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
25 in favor, none opposed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. The resolution passes. Moving on to Resolution HE1 by Legislator Karasik.
Mr. Chairman and fellow legislators, I offer the following resolution for your consideration.
Do we have a second?
I second that, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Will the clerk please read the heading?
Resolution authorizing budgetary modification, Health Department Insurance Recovery Fund transfer to Health Department supplies and repair.
So this was a recovery from auto damage done on a car, and it's simply accepting the money to pay the bill for the repair.
Thank you. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I respectfully ask for a roll call vote.
Thank you, Legislator Stacy. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Michael Yurden,
I vote yes.
Herbert Yurden,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Edward Gilson,
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
David Holst,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Roy Rehill,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
John Martino,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Bradley Trudell,
I vote yes.
Paul House,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
James Weatherup,
I vote yes.
Mary Ellen Chesbro,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Linda Lockwood,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Richard Klein,
Yes.
Patrick Twist,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Stephen Walpole,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Nathan Emmons,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Thomas Drum,
I vote yes.
Lori Mangano,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Robert Wilmot,
I vote yes.
Marie Schott,
I vote yes.
Tim Stoll,
I vote yes.
Terry Wilbur,
I vote yes.
James Crossick,
I vote yes.
Morris Sorbello,
I vote yes.
Mark Greco,
I vote yes.
Ralph Stacy Jr.,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
25 in favor, none opposed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. The resolution passes. An additional resolution has been brought forward for consideration. Resolution HE2 by Legislator Karasik. Legislator Karasik.
Yeah, I got the mic cut. Mr.
Okay.
Chairman, fellow legislators, I feel honored to present the following resolution for your consideration.
Do we have a second?
I second, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Thank you, Legislator Emmons. Will the clerk please read the heading?
Resolution calling for federal and New York State support of healthcare workers and first responders' personal protection equipment, PPE needs during the COVID-19 pandemic.
I'm going to make an unusual request here and ask our clerk of the legislative body to read this resolution, as we have call-in people that are not able to see it in print. Thank you.
Are you able to do that, Mr. Jones?
I would need a short recess to be able to get a hold of that. I don't have that in front of me, Mr. Chairman.
Well, I can do it because Chris did send it to me. So I'd like to read this.
My screen, sir.
That's fine.
All right.
Whereas Oswego County is facing a public health crisis unlike any other in recent memory, and whereas the COVID-19 pandemic is putting a stress on public and private healthcare systems that are already stretched very thin, and whereas Oswego County is seeing a spike in COVID-19 cases and is taking unprecedented steps at slowing down the rate of infections, and whereas our healthcare workers and first responders are on the front lines of this pandemic and need personal protection equipment, PPEs, which are in such short supply, and whereas healthcare workers and first responders are putting themselves in personal danger while providing a life-saving service, and whereas healthcare workers and first responders deserve the best for our public dollars. Now therefore be it resolved that Oswego County hereby registers its strongest possible support to healthcare workers and first responders who are doing their best every day. And be it further resolved that Oswego County hereby calls upon the federal and New York State government to take every measure that workers get the PPE that they so sorely need to protect their patients and themselves. And be it further resolved that certified copies of this resolution be sent by the clerk of the legislature to President Donald J. Trump, Senator Charles Schumer, Senator Christian Gillibrand, Congressman John Katko, Congressman Anthony Brindisky, Governor Andrew Cuomo, Senate Majority Leader Andrea Stewart Cousins, Assembly Speaker Carl Hedesi, Assembly Minority Leader Will Barkley, State Senator Patty Ritchie, and Assemblyman Brian Manticolo. I know I mispronounced his name. Thank you.
All right. Very good. Is there any discussion?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just wanted to thank the Majority Leader and yourself, Mr. Chairman, for the willingness to bring this forward tonight. But just wanted to commend our Emergency Management Office. Obviously, it seems like in the last month or so now, we've become experts in PPE and the the need to run that down and get it to our front lines. So I just wanted to thank our Emergency Management Office, Renee Fox and Kathleen, and all the good folks over there doing this good work, getting this type of equipment to the front lines. So thank you.
Thank you, Legislator Drum. Is there any other discussion? Thank you, Legislator Wilbur. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Michael Yurden,
I vote yes.
Herbert Yurden,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Edward Gilson,
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
David Holst,
My vote is yes, Mr. Chairman.
Roy Rehill,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
John Martino.
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Bradley Trudell,
I vote yes.
Paul House,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
James Weatherup,
I vote yes.
Mary Ellen Chesbro,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Linda Lockwood,
I vote yes.
Richard Klein,
Yes.
Patrick Twist,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Stephen Walpole,
I vote yes.
Nathan Emmons. Nathan Emmons. Pass. Thomas Drum,
I vote yes.
Lori Mangano,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Robert Wilmot,
I vote yes.
Marie Schad,
I vote yes.
Tim Stoll,
I vote yes.
Terry Wilbur,
I vote yes.
James Crossick,
I vote yes.
Morris Cerbello,
I vote yes.
Mark Greco,
I vote yes.
Ralph Stacey Jr.,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
return to the past, Nathan Emmons.
I apologize, my computer froze, but yes, I vote yes.
Thank you. 25 in favor, none opposed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. The resolution passes. Under unfinished business, if there's any unfinished business, then we'll go to miscellaneous business.
Another resolution from Legislator Walpole.
Yes, under miscellaneous business. Yes.
Sorry.
Miscellaneous business, Legislator Walpole.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If I could, Mr. Chairman, due to there being no committee meetings at this time, I hereby make a motion to approve the short-term lease for the vacant airport restaurant with Marcy Excavating running for 45 days from commencement of the apron rehabilitation work at the airport, and the rent would be $3,500. The restaurant cannot be used as a restaurant as they are tearing up the septic as part of the project, and it is needed for a field engineer's office for the current project. CNS will be using it, but it will be the lease will be with Marcy Construction. The form of the lease and insurance company will be approved by the county attorney's office, of course, and the work is slated to begin May 1st at this point.
I'll second it.
Thank you. As there is no need for Mr. Jones to read the heading, we'll move on to roll call vote.
Mr. Chairman, I
Thank
believe
you.
there is a comment.
There is. Yes, Legislator Schott.
Yes, the term of the lease is 45 days, correct?
Yes.
45 days from commencement of construction.
Will there be fees applied if it exceeds 45 days?
That would be under the primary contract. I don't have that with me right now. The work is anticipated to run 45 days at this point, and we don't know what the state may do by way of executive order regarding construction. But that's the lease is for the field engineer's office for CNS.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any other discussion? Okay, will the clerk please call the roll?
Michael Yurden,
I vote yes.
Herbert Yurden,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Edward Gilson,
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
David Holst,
My vote is yes, Mr. Chairman.
Roy Rehill,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
John Martino,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Bradley Trudell,
I vote yes.
Paul House,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
James Weatherup,
I vote yes.
Mary Ellen Chesbro,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Linda Lockwood,
I vote yes.
Richard Klein,
Yes.
Patrick Twist,
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Stephen Walpole,
I vote yes.
Nathan Emmons,
I vote yes.
Thomas Drum,
I vote yes.
Lori Mangano,
I vote yes.
Robert Wilmot,
I vote yes.
Marie Schad,
I vote yes.
Tim Stoll,
I vote yes.
Terry Wilbur,
I vote yes.
James Crossick,
I vote yes.
Morris Cerbello,
Oh, my vote hurts.
Morris Sorbello.
I vote yes.
Thank you. Mark Greco.
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Ralph Stacy Jr.
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
25 in favor, none opposed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. The resolution passes. Also on, under miscellaneous business, if the health department is able to call in, we have a report. Mr. Jones, is the health department available?
I am checking the list. I do not see them here, sir.
All right, well, we'll have to continue that at a later point. I know they're doing a terrific amount of job and they're working very, very hard. Other than that, that about does it. I'd like to thank everyone. I look for the appropriate motion. Or wait, Legislator Schott has a question. Legislator Schott?
Okay, I've got it, sorry.
There you
Okay,
are.
I just have some constituents that are very concerned, and I just want to voice on their behalf. Many constituents are concerned with the lack of transparency associated with the reports of positive COVID-19 county residents. Without violating any confidential information, including HIPAA, simple demographic profiles of those testing positive would be helpful. Age range, gender, rural, urban location would contextualize the virus. Of course, the presence of underlying medical conditions would enhance those profiles as well. And I want to reiterate, the health department's doing a great job, but the public is extraordinarily concerned. Thank you.
Well, thank you for your comments, Legislator Schott. There any other questions? I would look for the appropriate motion.
Motion adjourned.
I'll second that motion.
What's that? All right. We stand adjourned.